What will be your opinion if I ask you which movement changed the image of Manchester football? Manchester United was the only successful club in city of Manchester. Despite their rival Manchester City, Red Devils won 12 Premier League titles and won Champions League 3 times until 2011-12 season. It was a Manchester derby in daylight of 23 October 2011 at Old Trafford. Man City was leading the Premier League table with a 2-point advantage over Man United. In this match, Man City thrashed Man United with a scoreline of 6-1. Another spotlight this match got was the display of "Why Always Me" from Mario Balotelli. So let's see how Mancini got better of Sir Alex Ferguson and what tactical principles he used to beat Manchester United. Man City lined up in a 4-2-1-3 formation while United was using standard 4-4-2. At that time, all the players except goalkeeper had to stay outside of the goal area until the ball reached the penalty box. So the game was decided by battles in mid-block and chance created in final third and by counter-attacks. United with 4-4-2 shape tried to move the ball forward through wide areas as there was 2 players on each flank. Fullbacks push ahead to support wingback Nani and Young. In this clip, Smalling passed the ball to Nani and make an underlapping run to receive the ball. 2 United forwards are in the opponent box for any cross, with Young coming close from the left wing. But there was a problem. To move the ball from one side to other, there were only 2 United midfielders, and in response, City had 3 players in center to stop these 2. So to fix this, Rooney drops in midfield to create 3v3 scenario. He received the ball and passed it to winger and then approached the opponent box to meet the end of a cross. For example here, Anderson carrying the ball and Rooney drops to receive the ball. He passes it to Young before making the run into the box. Again in this clip, Rooney dropped to receive the ball, withdrawing City defender, but there is no one exploiting the big space between City defenders. This approach by Man City of not giving too much time and space to Rooney was very effective. Whenever he receives the ball, City centre back immediately press him to force him for a loose ball or wrong pass. For example here, Nani passed the ball to Rooney and company immediately press him to win the ball. Again here, Welbeck dropped to receive the ball from Nani, but company pressed him to force him for a back pass. On the other hand, City had tactical advantage of 3v2 in center. When City moved the ball around, attacking mid David Silva pushed ahead to attract United defenders, making space for City forwards. For example here, City having the possession while United defending in 4-4-2 shape. David Silva moves inside to take Evra out of his position. This makes space for Richards to receive a long ball for attack into final third. As City had one man advantage in center, it was easy for City midfielders to move the ball from side to side. When City midfielders connect in center, in this time, fullbacks overlap to provide spot on the flank. This led to more and more crossing into the United box. When fullback got the ball on the flank, United backline was stretched, leaving space between fullback and centre back. As Milner moved inside due to Clichy on the flank, he received the ball in half space and passed it to Balotelli on the edge of the box for a clinical finish. Score is 1-0, City leading. First half ended with the scoreline of 1-0. In second half, the midfield trap to stop Rooney was properly executed by Torre and Barry. When Rooney drops, they close the passing options for him and City get the possession in midfield. Now City can counter-attack from here to punish United. Here, City won the second ball. Balotelli and Aguero combined to create a goal-scoring chance, and Johnny Evans fouled Balotelli just outside the box. And guess what? Ref showed him straight red. This movement changed the whole game. Now United have 1 player less, so Rooney had to play as a midfielder, connecting defense to attack. Here, Rooney is in midfield. He holds the ball and passes it to Fletcher, who made a great run into the box. When City had the ball, they took full advantage of having 1 more player. Fullbacks Richard and Clichy move ahead on the flank, letting Milner and Aguero to move inside to play as false nines. For example here, Richard is wide, so Milner is free to combine with David Silva. City entered the United box. Milner received the ball and scored it for Balotelli for the second goal. Their third goal also came from the same move. Milner is in center, withdrawing Ferdinand from his position. This leaves a big space behind. Torre passes to Balotelli, who lay off it to Milner, and Richard being wide, put a great ball into the box for Aguero, who finished it off in back of the net. After the third goal, United was lacking to move the ball into final third. United centre forward was isolated by City defenders. This leads to no defense to attack transitions, and City gained full control on the game. In last minutes, City scored fourth from the corner. Dzeko and Silva combined to score more for City. For example, here, City won the ball and Dzeko carries it in final third to pass it to Silva for the fifth goal. Again, poor clearance by United defenders. David Silva picked up the loose ball to set it up for Dzeko for the sixth. Meanwhile, United's only goal came from Darrell by shooting from outside the box. This match really shifted the outcome to Manchester City. Following the season, Man City won the Premier League. Sergio Aguero's iconic moment when he scored the winner in last minute against QPR. So what do you think of it? Comment below, leave a like, subscribe, and thanks for the watching.